going on, everybody? So today we have quite the project we're getting started on. If you guys will not recognize this car, but this is the car that started it all. This is my brother's first car ever that we ended up getting back. So we're going to be turning this into a little race car project. But for today, we need to fix its biggest problem, which is it's only front wheel drive. So we're going to be swapping the subframes between this parts car over here to convert this thing to all-wheel drive, but we also need to swap the gas tank. So first thing is we're going to pump all the gas out of this one and into this one so they're empty, so we can swap it between them. Alright, this is our little setup. We got a hose putting the pressure into the tank, then we got a little power probe in the back. We'll probe the fuel pump it all out. Alright, we got all the gas out. So this is our parts wagon. We already stripped all the interior out to go in Forrest's wagon. So next we need to get it up on jack stands, and we're just gonna unbolt the whole rear subframe, drop it down, pull the gas tank out, do the same for this one, and then do a little swaparoo. So then this subframe will go in that car, so it's actually rollable, so that it could be taken tomorrow. Okay, we got both the cars up on jack stands. We got the exhaust off both cars. We're just working on first disconnecting the e-brake cables. We just had to cut the carpet, but push the cables through so that we don't have to disconnect them from the hubs here. And then we'll disconnect the struts here and the brake lines on both sides. Do the same on this car. And then we should be able to just disconnect the mounting points for the whole subframe and drop everything down. Okay, so e-brake cable's disconnected. So you need to disconnect the drive shaft here. This whole thing is going to come with it, so get this heat shield off here. And then we're basically just going to disconnect the trailing arms from the mounts. Just drop the whole mount off. And then pretty much every spot where the subframe connects, like these big bolts here, and then once it'll basically just all drop down, and then we can get to the gas tank. Alright, just disconnecting the diff mount here on the sides. The whole bracket comes off. He's working on the brakes right now. So we just disconnected the brake lines, so we're just going to transfer the whole thing over. Okay, so trailing arms disconnected, diff mounts disconnected. You're just going to take out those subframe bolts right there. And we got it supported in the middle with the jack, so. Alright. Well, that didn't work. we can just slide it out.
We might have to lower it down.
Yeah, I'll probably get to them. So
well, they disconnect here. So we could do it there, but
okay.
That looks like a pain in the ass.
Well, we got this strap off. Get the jack kind of ready to hold it. Vent, fill tube, and then yeah, these.
So this heat shield has to come off?
No, look. See how this side it stays with the strap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll just let it hang.
So should I take this?
Alright, just lowering it down so now we can get up. We probably should have disconnected that first, but now we can get up to these little lines here before we pull it all the way out. Makes a big difference that it's empty, so. Alright, got the hard lines disconnected over here. You can kind of see how all this works now. So we've got a few more little things over there by the fill neck, I think. Disconnect, and it's coming on out. Alright, now we're pulling out the front wheel drive subframe.
The no wheel drive.
No wheel drive subframe, so you can see how different it is. So we just got two more bolts on the subframe right there to take out, and it should drop down. Clear? Looks like it.
It just stopped.
It's on the rotors. We'll drag it out.
Okay.
Okay, so the newer gas tank has these extra vent lines that goes into like a tank in the back of the car.
You show 'em.
It's like this thing. They kind of tee together. They go through here first before they go up to the charcoal canister. So we're just going to tee these together and connect it to the charcoal canister from here, because the other car just has one line that goes to the front for the charcoal. So
I'm not sure the consequences of doing this. It could cause the charcoal canister to get a bit of fuel in it. I'm not really sure, but we're going into a sedan that doesn't have that box. So
yeah, it's because it's facelift and the other car is pre-facelift. So
the only other option would be to stick that box in the trunk, and that would look terrible. So
yeah, that's why this is recommended, to get your parts car to be the same year as the one you're swapping to. But
this is gonna be a race car, not a street car. So
all right, we're just swapping over the straps because the gas tanks are shaped different. So we're putting these straps on this car, and you got to go under here and take the plugs out of the holes here. Or it's this one. So the big one here, and then two right here for the diff mount.
yeah,
brace.
the straps for the gas tank are
goes
totally
here.
different.
Yeah, the straps are totally different. So
swap those over.
you gotta grab those too. Should be ready to put it in. All right, so we just slid the new gas tank up here. Get the new straps started. We'll tighten those down evenly. Just hooked up our filler neck and the vent, and then our extra evap lines will just kind of sit up there.
I'm hooking up the 3 lines over here to the body.
Yeah, the 3 body lines are on that side, so we'll hook those up like factory, and it's ready for the subframe. Okay, ready to get the jack under the diff, and then we'll just kind of slide it under now that the gas tank's all done. Raise it up, probably get these started first, and then we'll put our mounts on for the diff and trailing arms, hook up our e-brake cables, brake lines, struts, and sway bar mounts, and it'll be all-wheel drive. Well, once we swap the transmission, but it'll have stuff in the back for a front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive setup. Okay, so on this part, this is on the front-wheel drive car. This, we got to take this plug out right here because the front-wheel drive subframe only connects right there, and this one's a lot wider. So just make sure to take this plug out before you lift it up there. Okay, so we're trying to get the subframe bolts lined up. It's a little difficult. We kind of had to connect the diff support first and then kind of pry on it because the gas tank's not sitting exactly where it was before, but we got 3 of the bolts in, so we're almost there. All right, we're getting the trailing arms on. The subframe's bolted in. Haven't torqued anything yet. Get the trailing arm on there. And then we'll put our bolts in. All right, well, it started raining on us, so we're soaked. But we got pretty much everything in the car. Everything's all set up. Just torquing everything. The front wheel drive knuckles didn't really fit with the all-wheel drive struts, so that's kind of what they look like. It's actually all bolted together. It just looks like that, but it's going off to scrap anyway. So we're gonna have to leave it here for tonight. It's just the weather's not cooperating. But I got the brakes bled, so we have brakes on here now. And so really, this is the hard part of the all-wheel drive swap. All that's left is to swap the transmission, and install the drive shaft and all that kind of stuff, which we need a manual drive shaft to go with it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So if you have any questions or you're doing your own swap, leave a comment. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.